Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Monkey Hero Adventures. Um, we left off, we just started in Stormblood. We got two different main scenario quest paths here. Um, Depending on how long each one takes, we might get both of them done in this video. We'll see. Alright, let's say... Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. Let's go hang out with Manago. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life. I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good me claiming my duties here and couldn't wait, but a parting thank you at the very least you deserved. My apologies. And thank you. Now, to business. Commander Kemp's entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to Alliance leadership. It covers everything we've discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort, 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, then I shall join you in this. General Alden commands the forces at Castrum Oriens. Should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great. That's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. Sure. Just expanding the sightseeing log. Got everything you need? Good. Then let us be off. I know we're going southwest, but the issue is southeast is also up there, and that may be... Unless it normalizes to just south. Oh, it did. Yeah, I think this actually might be in the river down here, if I remember correctly. And I'm going to go ahead and grab it now. I don't remember any of the quests really taking me this way. Any of the main quests, and the side quests, I'm sure. I know they lowered it down to only 4 or 5 you have to actually find. I'm starting to think that this is still up there, probably where I can't get it. I think this is at the end. I'll keep going just in case. Oh yeah, I'm running out of real estate. Yeah, I thought so. That's why I didn't want to chase it. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I was pretty sure if we're only going to have to find 4 that 2 of them would be in the first part and 2 in the second. Makes way more sense. If you didn't know, this zone is separated. We can only get to half of it, and you can't get to the other half till the end, towards the end of the thing. What does that sound like? Does it sound like, I don't know, sea of clouds? Hey, look at that. And just like Heaven's Word, we have this area right off the bat, which is split in two like sea of clouds. And we have the peaks, which is the other area, which I believe was where Mephrid will take us. And of course, that is a lot like Korthus Western, where it's one big single thing and you can get all your Aether currents and everything right away. Quiet. Hear that? That was a Cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods. You have preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that can mean life or death. Be thy predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern. Divided into 2. No, 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all out by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling in reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Nothing for it then. Where are they? Head north. You should see them before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor just up to the west, Monkey's best equipped to deal with that. We'll attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the west bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. But how will I ever defeat the Magitech armor? Where are you there? Full Naruto activated. Almost didn't make it. Hey, spinners. Looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here are conscripts from other provinces with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work, killing men and women like that, but don't doubt that they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you after what happened at the wall. That's pretty rough. Is this what I'm wearing? Did I literally just... No, wait. Hold on. Here it is. I just bought this. Man, I'm stupid. You saw me buy it. Oh, whatever. I'll resell it. Right. I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices they're missing patrol. Yes, let's do that, Nogo. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces at Castle Mostrians were under the command of General Raban Alden, did you not? By Rhalgr, the Bull of Alamigo himself. I never dreamed I'd have the chance to meet the legend. It's pretty cool. I whipped his ass one-on-one pretty easily, I'm just saying. So, maybe, you know, be a little starstruck around me. You know, did save the fucking realm twice now. Oh, yeah, but whatever. It's fine. No, seriously, just idolize Raban. Racist. Just because you're both Alamigan. Mm-hmm. Alright, Raban. You got a fan club.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
Stand right in front of us, man.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rhalgr's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Oh man, don't make me read the plan. Come on, Pippin. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Veladina. Namely, the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. It is our assessment that this armor is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Damn it all! More Magitech weapons! It's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but We needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we could destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying future deployment.
And should we carry out this joint venture with the Resistance, they will have their rally cry.
It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire, but you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up if they fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry the patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Oh.
Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you?
Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with this assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. I don't want to sit stuff out. Hold on. Yay, level 67. Alright, Rabone. Best served with cold steel.
We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force on this side of the wall. But that's all about to change. And when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation. But from the look I see in your foregone conclusion,
It is a foregone conclusion. Thanks.
for Pippin's plan, we need to turn to East End in an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'll be a fool not to use you. Head to the spot on your map right here, aye? A patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at the location. Go well, monkey. Shut up, Robon.
And what else we gotta get? I see a blue quest. What does blue quest mean? Blue quest means... Yay! Talk to these people about their Magitech armor malfunctions. Oh no, it's bad. Oh wait, what am I gonna do? Shoot some stuff? Okay. See, 2 birds, 1 stone, because I have to go this way anyway. It's almost like it was designed correctly. the hopper. So this next thing that we're doing right now is it's a funny story. So I played in the early release of the expansion for Stormblood, of course, and so how it works is when you pre-order the next expansion, you get early release. Basically, you get to play 3 days early. I think it's like 85 or 95%. It's ridiculous of players pre-order and get the early release. So like it's early release, but it's really launch. But the thing is, during early release, if there's bugs or problems, or they have to take the servers down, things like that, you know, you can't really complain. It's early release, not quite launch yet. You're getting it early, and you know things happen, right? But one of the things that happened was this little instance here. They had an issue with their servers being overrun with too many instances, and then it was putting you in a loop. And people would click on Robon, and they get the cutscene, and then when it went into this little solo instance fight, it would kick them out, and they'd have to keep doing it over and over. And they called it Robon Extreme, and I was stuck there for 14 hours, just trying to click on them and wait for this or whatnot. I actually leveled my gatherers up all the way to, oh man, I think almost all the way to 70, just in the first area. Getting materials and stuff just because like I couldn't progress the story. But yeah, so that was fun. Anyway, all right, it will not be that way now, so let's go ahead and continue. All went to plan then. Sorry. All went to plan then. Good. Our scouts reported a unit escorting the prototype weapons has left Castle Villadina. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for our guests to arrive. Well, let's go. Let's get them. Let's punch them and kick them and get them. Come on, Robon.
Things looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces. It's like all my name days have come at once.
Yeah, you know, last time that didn't work out real well for you, man.
Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head.
Bring it then.
That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush. Attack! After them, damn you! Now I've gotcha! You'll be weeping blood! Raw Tizona! As a raging bull!
He who fights and runs. What the? Who the hells are you? Oh, that's right. For Alamigo, let none escape. Bitch. No, 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 not my secret weapon! Get the fuck out of here, you loser.
Oh! Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I've passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
I kind of hope so.
tell you, Viceroy. The day belongs to El Amigo! Yeah!
Well done, all of you. I'll call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. 'Twas Marshal Terrapin who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, they did. Not a single casualty, for which I'm grateful beyond words. I have no doubt my comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Until the next battle. Nago, I leave the Scions in your care. We shall return to the castrum then. Monkey, Mistress Leveilleur, once more you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. I've heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost forgot myself pitying the Imperials. Found myself. Seriously though, it was inspirational. But you must have heard that you're tired of hearing that. I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. Yeah, no problem, man, no problem. Let's see, let's sell some samurai weaponry. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. Sounds good. That will be a hunt board. These will be tombstone vendors and stuff like that. Very soon. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what I was asked of you. Without hesitation. And for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters come together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapons, and smash them. The people will remember this day. Aye, that they will, for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by the United Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes meant nothing without action. The Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. To think the last time Gridanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago, during the Autumn War, and that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander. Which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread the word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners, just you wait and see. Monkey, Alize, cannot thank you for quite enough for your assistance. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got Ice Steel Knuckles. Let's see what these look like. I mean, we probably don't like these.
right? Let's see. I mean, you know, it's fine. Like good little stabbers, I guess, but the shield. Don't have any of those other jobs unlocked. Alright, well, we'll take the daggers. You can sell them, it's fine. Alright, the Minago side is done. Let's see what Mefford's got going on here. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd meet here again here of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Of course I remember you. Why would I not remember you? I'm impressed. Given everything you went on to accomplish, you'd be forgiven for forgetting all your time in Quarry Mill. Suffice it to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galleon was recovering. Gundabald was my former commander and old friend, and had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain Little Alamigo, others went to Uldal for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Girabanya and join Conrad and the others. I've been quite keeping busy then. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisioning across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Gahnna. Gahnna? If you're going there, you're taking me with you. Alright. That's alright. You are from Gahnna, aren't you, at least? By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Conrad to Gahnna. Clear the barricade if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villages out there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully. And the peaks.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity, who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
We've a glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. So as far as the Imperials are concerned, there is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The villages to the east, keep watch for patrols as we move. Alrighty, get to explore the new area. Let's see where our nearest one is. Ooh, 626 to the southeast. Well, that is not exactly where we're going. So, we'll get that one a little bit later, probably. Well, we are technically going southeast, but I don't think we're going that far. You know, I actually really enjoyed this music for some reason. And it started off like a little weird and grating. It's almost like a kazoo. But I don't know, it fits the area really well. What's up, guys? Dane Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Gahnna is due east past that bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. Yeah, but you see, I want to follow you. I do. But here's the problem. At 356 to the south, I can get an amazing, awesome current. But I remember which one this one is, and I believe it's the one that's on the very top of the little ziggurat thing. Unless I got rid of that one, which I might have. I don't think so. Oh, you know what? There was the one that was like halfway up too. So I guess this could be that one instead of the one all the way to the top. Or it could be the one all the way to the top. Let's see. Yeah, it's the one that wasn't all the way up. Okay. Or it's... not there. Oh, I think I see it here. Yeah, I see it. I walk right past it. I can't get that one to the south. That's in the next area. This is also a split area. You know what? I said you could get everything first. I forgot. No, this is split also. Both of the first areas are split. Sorry, that was just really annoying that it didn't come off the map. Alright, Chocobo Keep.
Mifrid? You can rest easy. We made it. This is Gahnna. It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do. But as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of the people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Gahnna has lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffiths' betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. So with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact that he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there's still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Ragnfrid, the village elder, is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. Don't you know, traveler? I don't know you, traveler. You a merchant. You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder. My sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Gahnna, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mifrid, I see. I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with my men, with many men, and left with many more. Such is the rumor, is it true? He lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman. We had no part in his schemes. We have made no agreement with the Alliance. This time, it would be different. This time! Cold comfort to the dead one, the ones they left behind. How much worse must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do? They took our lands, our traditions, even our God. And they demand a fifth of what we've got left, I hate the bastards, with every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Mifrid. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go now. Now, leave us be, and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry with that was producing barley enough to kept us fed. That was before half our young men and women went off to die of your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't. Because it's my village too, my home. What in the hells are you on about? Wait. I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lise Hext. And I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland. By Rhalgr. The last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know if you were still alive. I never thought you'd come. I almost didn't. My sister will never. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Gahnna as much as your home as it is mine. But I can say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. That could have been handled better. What's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky, and it's hardly subtle, but I say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. Death by 1,000 rocks. Ah, new face in Gahnna. Huh. What would you ask of me then? A stranger and a generous soul besides. Bollocks. There's a not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an Imperial agent, I expect you'd go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me, you really are here to help, aren't you? Very well. I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. My little brother's working the rocks at the Grim and Innid. He's got something for me. Can you go get it? Right then. Frightened Coral is his name. Ask him for his leftovers. He ought to understand. You best keep your distance. If you know it's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on their luck. Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk from the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labor's right out too much pain and trouble for others. There's tea, which helps with it, though I'll need to grind up a chapuli horn and a hornbill talon for the blend. Ah, you go and get some for me, just like that. You needn't trouble yourself so. Alrighty, well, let's go help some people. Maybe. Look at that. There's one really close to us. It's almost like they planned it. Hey, Chapuli, I need your stuff. That woman must have her tea, I'm sorry. Goodbye. Oh. I went the wrong way. It's supposed to go east. I went west. Whatever. It's in the water to the right of town. I forgot. Oh, that's one of them at least. And that's the problem, is like trying to remember exactly. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to kill you, Flirtini. I want this guy. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I didn't. Urgh! I'm mad at myself. I didn't, and then the tune. So I'm gonna have to go all the way back. Oh man, that's infuriating. Oh well. I meant to do it before I even talked to Meafrey too. I'm like, you know what? Let me make sure. Oh man, it's always the first thing I do. Oh well. Let's go over here. Knock out this little piece. I'll circle back around. Everything's fine. Here for the leftovers, are you? I don't mind my brother to send someone in his stead, but so be it. It's all in the sacks over yonder. They're bleeding heavy, mind you, so be careful when you pick them up. Unconscionably heavy sacks. Hey, it's Buckaboo. That's a B rank. Oh my god, did they leave the one that was up there? Son of a bitch. Oh my god, it was in town the whole time. Alright, whatever. I know which one it is. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna attune. We'll turn these quests. Oh, that is frustrating. There you go. Ah, the new face. Yeah, my leftovers. Huh. Well, I'll be. He actually went and brought me the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. It's saltpeter making for fire sand. In case you're curious what it's for. The rocks by the lakes got good deposits. It ain't hard for my brother to pass on any other plodding quarrymen. All the while sweeping bits and pieces off to the side to bundle up and to sell to settlers what trade with the resistance. It's a living, a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Garlean's eyes for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive even. Though, if he were alive, he'd not be long for this world if we were caught fighting on the resistance. So, this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you find most folks here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end, the result's the same. I suppose I just wanted you to know is all, that we know why you're here, and if we can't join you, we wish we could. You've been gone a while. What brings you back to Gahnna? What? I never meant to. I mean, in times like these, you never think people actually. This country's hard on people, but it's not just that. The Imperials, they made it known I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson, you know, whereas a live one. You're the Resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time, and so I'd gone out to the forest, spear in hand, to gather herbs. And then I had got the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said. Not that I'd made a difference if I'd fought back. I knew what the lot of them were about the moment the Centurion laid his eyes on me. It didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others. By the time I limped back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me, too, and many others, I imagine. Help them, too, if you like. They'll be grateful and say thank you, but beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. Ah, there you are, monkey. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent people from stockpiling. In any case, this might be in league with the Resistance. They might. It's not much, but I taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. How Lisa's getting on, by the way. How's Lisa getting on, by the way? I think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of this bastard wall, living the high life, I'd wager. That's not fair. Yo, dude, you need to back the fuck off. Oh, and who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends? Deigning to help us poor, unfortunate souls. Trying to whip us up into a frenzy so we'll go and storm a castrum with our pickaxes and shovels. Leave, all of you, before you bring a cohort down on us all. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart. And if you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact that I left them behind. But it isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Meffred. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame him, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know. But if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle like they do either, Lise. I ran too. But if I hadn't, I'd never met Monkey and the rest of you, and we might not be here today, in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Help! Someone, anyone, we need help! I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. We're crediting the Tribunal, man, and the bloody rat, man. They... Damn it all. You there. Take a deep breath and tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. The Tribunum's due soon, and we were taking it to the Imperials when the Kirin attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south, Ifir. Just an old temple before they came, and... Listen, Rhalgr's the only family I got left. If I lose him, The Ziggurat. The rat man took him there. He's as good as dead. We've got to go after them. If there's even a chance our brother is still alive, we have to try. You're right, Lise. We've got to help them. If not for the missing man, then for the Tribunum. The Garleans won't suffer excuses if they're late. So Rhalgr is being held somewhere at the Ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of Kirin bandits. That about covers it then. Be prepared to fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure to be a lot of them. And here we go. Back to the Ziggurat. Please, let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of the ziggurat. Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat, ours to eat! We knew it'd come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. I'm coming, Warkrata. By Rhalgr, what did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I hardly make a snack, much less a meal. Oh, you found him. Wait, are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's going to be all right. My sister. Oh, Rhalgr be praised. She's safe. And you lot fought your way here just for me. I think there are still good, brave folk in this world. We should go before the Kieran return in force. Do you still have the Tribunum? Oh, gods, the Tribunum. The Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go. What? Right now? In your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If we don't make it this time, there's no telling what will happen to me and my sister. Parkour. Oh. Lisa's up. Did I miss her? Look, I didn't see her up there. I didn't see her like little thing. How did I miss her? She's up here. Wow, standing right next to me. I guess I must not have popped in yet. I don't know. I'm glad we saved him. Seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, let's go catch him. Listen, Monkey Mifford, I think we need to go after Warkrata. Wait. You better not be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. They don't pay one way, they'll pay another. I know that, I do. I don't want to interfere. I just want to see that he makes it there safely. If that's a sum of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can't pick up his trail. Any luck? A chocobo feather, is it? By my reckoning, it came from Warkada's bird. In which case, there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Huge rocks that stick up the shadows. We'll find him soon enough. Any minute now, I expect he'll come thundering around the bend and... Hear that? Get to cover, quickly now.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fake? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
I'd heard their commander was a keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. It tears me up inside to see our own kinsmen doing the bidding of the Viceroy. They made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. Crodit's alive and the tribunum's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait around and see if the skulls decide to return. We best go back to Gahnna and tell Ragnfrid and his man got the job done. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Wakata told me everything. How you fought with the Kieran and saved his life. For all the good it did. We saw what happened when he met with the skulls, and they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Mefrid's a warrior and is your comrade, and you're strong like your father. That much is plain. But I think Rhalgr you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Orkrada and his sister would have been branded insurgents, if not the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more that can be said, for only the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you so long as you get to see another day? That's right. You grit your teeth and you learn to live with the pain. I'll admit I was quick to judge you, Lise, and for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well. I do. But I'm telling you, gods in the heavens is my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she does not mean it. Nor would I expect her to. Her father was as stubborn as an ox too. If she's set on walking the same path, I but pray she won't follow to the same end. Well, she took it better than I anticipated, which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's all right. Sorry about running off like that. Alamegans terrorizing their own. Just can't accept it, you know. No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Warkrada to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place or even my father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran, and that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home. Not mine, is it? There you are, Lise. I'm looking all over for you. Well, you found me. Got something else to say. Aye, that I do. I said some things before that shouldn't have. It was my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spattered about how I love my village. When one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with the others. I didn't even think to go after Warkrata, but you did. It made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly care for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you'll have me. You're asking to join the Resistance? Well, when you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while. Not many of us. For we're not hardened warriors like you lot. But if your hearts are from Alamigo, that's good enough for me. You and yours have more than welcome at Rhalgr's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak to the others and send word when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home? No. I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. First of all, allow me to commend both of you on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, and we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. And it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling and troubling, too. I heard about the skulls, but this is the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'd have to think of them myself if I pass ever cross on the battlefield, but when, not if, the day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Garlean, Alamegan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons, but they're no better than yours. Especially when they're bearing down on you blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, and who knows, maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then. I'd best be preparing for the new recruits. Monkey, Lise, it's been a pleasure. I agree. These are will of the cells. Crit spell speed. Kill the scholar. Alright, Conrad, what you got? Owing to the efforts of you all, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. I see operations have been proceeding at pace in my absence. Welcome back, brother, dearest. I take your efforts to gather new recruits were successful. Indeed. There were several amongst the Scion ranks who were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, who I am come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may, my name is Armbold Latinus, a half-breed, you can no doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for free Alamigo, for Alamigo where women, like my mother, are never meant to suffer. I pray you grant me this honor. You are a true-born son of Gearbanya, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours freely to take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks in the aid of the Orsian Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Alden that we draw up plans for an assault on Castellum Villadina. Then in the meantime, we will make our preparations we can. We will make what preparations we can. Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orients and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges, save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
Near total? Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
My lord,
Cowards who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why, when confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gahnna is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Right then, I got duties to attend to. Mayhap we could assist you in said duties. We are here to help after all. The three of you have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations. We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work. Hey, Beeves. I beg your pardon? The man who bested Gaius Van Baelsar wishes to offer me his assistance. I say this is highly irregular, though I have heard it said that you have a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case, before the occupation I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce time for aught less, I think it's important for these momentous events to be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters, ask them their motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log, and, Monkey, thank you for your service, now and ever after. I was just a cook before all this. Simple fare, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. Took a liking to the fighters. They believe, you know, there's always need for cooks, so, or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties turned up. You want to help, do you? Seeing on how I'm in no positive position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go ask TB for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so, whatever he's got on hand will suffice. It's not a haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, as long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. I'm not eating that lady's stew. Just throwing in maybe 6 random herbs. I mean, I don't know. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this day. Yet nary one has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all, these would-be warriors. Send them on to me, should you chance to find them. Why? Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps. Or to make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and brothers were worked to death when building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? More where that came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. Dude, come on, man. I know I'm late, but I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. Well, that's dark. Huh? Training? I was busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Thank you. You're welcome, man. Ah, 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or republic, that I neglected to attend my training. How silly. I know. Till we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot. The teacher calls for me. I see, we were discussing the strategies for disabling magic armor, you see, and yes, of course, there's no time. If you excuse me. Hmm? Aren't you the Icon Slayer? Damned if I know you why you'd bother asking something like someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not. And if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship. If you live long enough, you'll die stealing someone else's land like it's not, but that's the choice. For me, I'd rather die here. I mean, practical. Herbs, is it 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand? Right, I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. Okay. The remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing under root, even in the Reach. Sure. Where is this stupid recruit at? Oh, bugger. You weren't sent by the snake, were you? Oh, I heard 1 in 4 recruits doesn't even live through their training. That can't be true, right? Oh, bugger, oh, bugger. He'll be fine. Or he won't. Yeah, either way. Why'd I join the Resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets, and a passing soldier snatched him up. Piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a form of steel in his gut for his troubles. I found my way here, and that was that. So it's actually quicker to do this. All recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Sir Ryder. Not all appreciate the rigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentle approach, as if the Imperials will be so kind. This is a thankless job. To teach, some say, but I say their survival is thanks enough. Fare thee well. What's up, Beeves? Here you go, man. Well met, Monkey. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters? I asked. Yeah, here you go, bud. As fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. I must never forget, my friend. Never. Oh, there you are. Got those herbs I asked for. Yep. Thanks, that'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose upon you, sir. Thought you were another new recruit, didn't realize until after that you were, but to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes. It's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some of for their cause. Though, that comes at a cost too. Too many villages, too many children, more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake, as we must. We never lose sight of the dream. Damn it all! Where could it have gotten to? Pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it. I'd been him. I had it this morning. That much I know for certain, and I've not left the Reach since, so it's got to be around here somewhere. If you've got a spare moment, be willing to help me search. I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know, and I could just easily buy another, but even so, please help me find it. Sure. I swear I searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. 7 L's, that's the one. That's my lucky ward. You're a godsend, brother. But before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodric came and burned it all to the ground. The mad bastard. After him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. But I still keep the old ways, as do many. When my son is born, I'll teach him the stories in the scripture as my mother taught me. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Monkey, I hear you've been keeping busy. Aye, that he has, and we thank him for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and are standing ready to contribute. As discussed, Nago, I would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castrum Veladina to General Alban personally. Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to Castrum Morians before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well, I'll wait for you at the pass. Not for too long. I expect Kryl and Y'shtola will wish to remain here to support the Chirurgeons, but nevertheless, we should go and ask them. Is aught amiss? I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside. This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it's imperative that we offer them our full support, as was the case with Ishgard. However, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war, and every scion must decide what part he or she would play. I'll fight. For Alamigo, for my father, for Ida, I'm in it to the end. The choice was made for us ere before we were born, brother. When the Empire marched on Eorzea, they will stop at nothing to subjugate and slaughter us all. Van Belsar and Van Darnus were but the first to try. Though you're further surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable and further complicated by the existence of Ilberd's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this was a foregone conclusion, given our actions thus far, but if you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause. For it is ultimately the selfsame cause I have served since first I pledged to Master Louis Swan the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Infilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Y'shtola for now and tend to the wounded. As for you, Monkey, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmont, the man who slew Gaius Van Belsar, and some half-dozen primal besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Many look to you as a hero and heap great expectation upon your shoulders, but you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. Let's see. I'll fight the Empire. I'll fight the Empire versus Great. We can but carry on for those who've lost and those who can get saved. As long as there's a battle to be fought, I'll be there. To be frank, Alfie, this isn't my fight, but I will do what I must. No, we're not doing that. Carry on. Those we've lost and those we can get saved. Well said. Well said indeed. Take care, Stola, Kryl. Do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise and I would ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Naga will leave without us. Might I persuade you to join, Monkey? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castrum Oriens would seem an apt place to do it. You need not give an answer right away. I'm sure I can convince Nago to wait a little longer. Listen. Okay. I'm Gucci, man. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to bring the storm of blood.
So you will be accompanying us. Full glad I am to hear it. All set. Excellent. Let us be off.
Welcome back, comrades. What news?
Greetings, General. I come at Commander Kemp's behalf to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectation. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak.
Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike when the iron is hot.
Just so. General, he proposes we bring preparations for a joint operation to capture Castellum Veladina. Capture Veladina? That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are to push east towards the capital.
There is no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Guardians learn our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Veladina watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one's.
If there is no objection, General, might the Scions join Marshal Tarbin?
By all means. If that is all, let us be about it.
Conrad and the General have one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about the reconnaissance mission, see how he would like to proceed. I'm not you, I don't care about you. we're going to end up right there on this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to pick up right where we left off. You notice over here underneath my main scenario, it says search for the stolen scroll. That's telling me that I have ninja quests. We're going to wait until I hit full max 70, and then we'll do all of them in one video. Also, for job quests, there are the job quests here, and then there is one singular level 80 quest that is the final job quest. They started in Shadowbringers doing role quests instead of just individual job quests. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.